from Karnataka. Viewers, cities across India are facing increasing stress over rapid urbanization. More and more people are moving to urban areas in search of jobs and a better life. But what if a government admits that it cannot really fix a city over the course of their tenure? Well, this is what seems to be happening in the state of Karnataka, where the Deputy Chief Minister has made this admission. He claims that the state is not in a position to fix Bengaluru. The government is not in a position to fix Bengaluru within the next 2-3 years. Not just that, he says even God cannot fix Bengaluru in 2-3 years. Remember, the Congress government's tenure ends in 2028, but the Congress party is now openly admitting that they are not in a position to fix the city over the course of their tenure. Now, here's that admission that has come from Karnataka's Deputy Chief Minister.
Within 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, we have to plan properly. ಯೋಜನೆಯನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಿಯಾದ ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ರೂಪರೇಷೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ.
But this is not all, viewers. Remember, the Karnataka government also seems to be in a fix when it comes to payments of dues and the guarantee schemes that they have. Just 2 days ago, a Karnataka minister admitted that the dues of some beneficiaries may be held back, but also goes on to say that these are benefits and not salaries. The BJP has called this a failure of the Khatakhat model. Listen in.
ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು 2,60,000 ಜನ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ತಿಂಗಳು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದು ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಡಿಲೇ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಅದು ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕಂತಿದೆಯಾ? ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಾದ ಕೂಡ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಇದೇ ತಿಂಗಳು ಸಂಬಳ ಟೈಮ್ ಅನ್ನಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ
Naturally, these statements seem to have armed the Bharatiya Janata Party. Citing the example of other developing nations, the BJP asks why Bengaluru cannot be revamped. And is it the stress of the Khatakhat guarantees that is hurting the governance as well as development?
They cannot change Bangalore in 2 to 3 years. He even says God can't do it. Congress did not do anything when they were in power. Whenever there was a non-Congress government, a lot of activities took place, and that is what has changed India. India has changed, but a good administrator is required. Probably, as a Bangalore development minister, D.K. Shivakumar lacks the skill of developing Bangalore. If they don't know how to administrate Karnataka or Bangalore, they should quit. Only for the sake of sitting in the power, they will sit, not do anything, and blame everybody else. Their contribution is 5%. Their talk is 100%. That's Congress.
Now, viewers, despite the criticism, the Congress party seems to be doubling down on its claim. The Karnataka Home Minister now says that Bengaluru was never built for such a huge population, for so many people. So any changes that will be made to the city will have to be a long-term solution, and it cannot be fixed in a short span of time.
Bangalore was not built for this kind of a population and this kind of vehicles. We have the population is approximately 1.4 crores, and there are almost equal number of vehicles are running on the street, but we don't have that kind of an infrastructure for that. See, unless we build new infrastructure, spread out Bangalore, traffic is going to be a biggest challenge for us. It's always been. And now we are planning, and the minister in charge, Mr. Shivakumar, is also looking at so many alternatives. One of the alternatives is, going underground. In fact, we have already started that.
See, knowing our Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. D.K. Shivakumar, I am 100%
us live for more on this story. Deepak, now we have seen many a times in the past also prices of essential things going up, and there has been a political war of words on those as well, with the BJP specifically saying that because of the guarantees that the Congress government had announced, or the party had announced before coming to power, is one of the reasons why the basic things are not being done by the government of Karnataka. How do we interpret this latest statement that has come in from Mr. DK Shivkumar? Is it something that is telling us about the intention of the government, or genuinely, there are issues that can't be fixed in 2-3 years?
Well, Hina, let me put it this way. Bengaluru has always been known as a pensioners' paradise. That means it was a city that didn't need fixing. Now, well, if it does need fixing, whose fault is it? The question, that's the moot question that comes up. If the city has been growing in terms of population, then, well, who allowed for permissions of buildings to come up? There are, thousands of illegal buildings, residential and commercial. The government, has been giving permissions for the same, and now for the Deputy Chief Minister to come and say, well, it cannot be fixed in 1 or 2 years. Is it helplessness? Or is it a means not to fix the problem that has been created by, our bureaucrats and our politicians themselves? Because permissions are accorded by them. In the last 10 years, we've had, of course, roads that have been in deteriorating conditions. Now, while they blame, of course, the population for it, they, of course, have the means to control how the city grows. Each and every government that has come time and again makes, big promises, seems to have the perfect solutions. But at the end of their term of 5 years, it's once again the blame that shifts to the next government. So the people are just waiting, in hope that things will be fixed. But, be it the previous government which blamed the previous one, and now this government, of course, saying we can't fix it in 3 years, symbolizing that they probably blamed the previous one. Now, will there actually be a solution? Is there actually an intention to find a solution and to implement it? These are the moot questions that definitely crop up at this point in time, especially for the city of Bengaluru that has had perennial problems pertaining to condition of roads, traffic congestions, now noise pollution and air pollution adding to that slowly as well. And it is only going to get worse if there are no measures that are immediately taken instead of giving answers as to God cannot fix it in 1 or 2 years, because there needs to be implementation of the solutions that they're proposing immediately, and then a lot of work to back these promises as well.
Right. But, Deepak, the point really is, let's decode what Mr. DK Shivkumar has said and give him the benefit of doubt. He says it's impossible to change Bengaluru overnight. We all understand. Nobody can really do that. Even if God himself descended, it wouldn't be possible. Agreed. But the point is that there is a government in place, and it's been quite some time now. The government is well aware of the problems, that a city like Bengaluru faces, which is India's Silicon Valley. You have people from all over the country who come to Bangalore, but there are basic things that can at least be considered that need some kind of attention. Is there anything that's happening in that direction also? Because we don't even see that happening from the government's end. There are pothole-related deaths that continue to happen every year, especially during the monsoon season. The lake and the lake frothing problem is another concern that keeps coming from Bengaluru. So is the government doing something at all?
Definitely these questions arise, Hina, because now if you look at, let's not get into inter-party politics. I'm going to talk about, just the terms that the Congress and the BJP have been in power. From 2013 to 18, the Congress has been in power. Then, of course, there was a coalition as well, again with the Congress for another year. The BJP in between, of course, has had 4 years, and then now the Congress back. Now, if the Deputy Chief Minister feels in 3 years nothing can be fixed, what happened to the previous term? When did this fixing needed to be done in the first place, and why have we reached this position in the city of Bengaluru? Because we've had the government really come back in about 4 years. So what really changed? Did the BJP, mess it up right now? Is that the blame that they're going to shift? Or is it just saying that, well, there is so much chaos that has come up that, it cannot be fixed in the next 3 years? Or is it helplessness that he's expressing? So these are all different aspects that we need to really read through.
Right.
But more importantly, the question that comes up is what led to the situation where the Deputy Chief Minister feels that it cannot be fixed in, during their term. Now, of course, they have about a little more than 3 years left.
Right.
That means, do the people of Bengaluru have to believe that they don't have a solution in sight for the next few years?
Is that a message to the people of Bengaluru that don't expect anything from the government because we are not in a position to do it, whatever might be the reason? Well, that's something that's a cause of concern as well. For now, thank you very much, Deepak, for joining us with all of those details. We have to now quickly move on to the other